Welcome back to Unraveled Game Thoughts, and I am playing Underwater Cities on Yukata. I was actually introduced to this game on Yukata. Um, so, I'll try to do a brief teach here, and I am not an expert at this game. I've probably played 12 or 15 games over the last week or so just to learn, and Yukata is new to me as well. So, if you're not familiar with Yukata. It is a just a website where there's I want to say 200, 184, 185, 285, something like that. There's just quite a few games on it, and as far as I know, they're all free. You can log on and create an account and play. It doesn't strike me as quite as user friendly as BGA, not quite as refined, but better than Tabletopia or Tabletop Simulator if you're looking for things that won't let you kind of make a mistake. It's got the rules well established. Yukata seems to work really well. This is the only game I've tried on Yukata. Um, so if you are interested in underwater cities, then by all means stay on. I'll try to start by explaining some of the areas here. We have for the solo game, and this is a solo game. This is not the if you watch my previous video, it will be a multiplayer game with 4 players, and there are different action spaces available in that game. But for the solo game, you have three green action spaces, or sorry, four green action spaces, 4 red action spaces, 4 yellow action spaces, and then you have the anytime space available where you can get rid of a card to draw 2 cards and get a couple of credits, which is the money in the game. The resources for this game are kelp, steel plast, which is the silver one, science, the blue one, and bioplast, and credits. The water symbol that's in a star is the victory points at the end of the game. If we look at production, this production tab here, or if you're, I think there's a player aid in the board physical board game. It'll tell you what things produce what. So what are these called? A plant station or a farm will produce 1 kelp. If that farm is upgraded, it will produce a kelp and 1 victory point. And if that farm is upgraded, if there are 2 farms, both of which are upgraded, it will produce 3 kelp and 3 victory points. Likewise, the desalination plant, 1 credit or 1 credit and a bioplast if it's upgraded, or if there are 2 upgraded, it'll be 3 and 2 bioplasts. And then these plants here are these, what are these called? I forget what they're called. The white stations that produce the steel plate. They will produce science and steel plate, or 3 steel plate and 2 science. So there are the options, and the tunnels by themselves will produce one credit, or they'll produce a credit and a victory point if upgraded. These are the costs that it will generally cost to build these items. Cities don't produce anything in and of themselves, but you do have to build them to win the game and to have areas to put these farms. So they are certainly a requirement. Or during production, sometimes certain cards will produce 4 cities. You also will get to turn any A cards up. So here's an A card. Here's an example. You actually start with 1. This one. So anytime you would take an action that has an A over here, which in a solo game there's 2 actions on the red in the red options and the yellow options, which provide you the option of using one of your A cards. You would turn it sideways, and in this case, you would get either a steel plate or a credit. This A action here, this is one I'd have to play into my tableau in order to use it, but I could build a farm or a desalination plant for the usual cost, and I would gain a card. So there are quite a few of these cards in the deck. Or I shouldn't say most, there are quite a few cards that have these instant actions with lightning bolt. It immediately gives you a thing. And then there are some cards like this that during production you will get this thing, in this case a steel plate. And then there are these ongoing cards that occur throughout the game when something else happened. In this case, it's whenever you play a card color in a slot that is not matching that color. So like let's say I play this red card to take a green action. Normally, I won't get anything on the red card because I'm taking a green action. So all I get's the green action, nothing from the card. But if I had this in play already, then I would also gain a steel plate. It just wouldn't count if I was taking the always available slot. It's only for the colored slots, the green, red, or yellow. So typically, what you're mostly wanting to do during the game is play red cards into red slots, yellow cards into yellow slots, and green cards into green slots. And in the solo game, there's always 3 slots blocked off at the beginning of the round. There might be more later on. I never really paid attention to how many slots were blocked, but there's 3 at the beginning in this game. And so you're trying to utilize which resources are going to be available each round, and it's random. So to start the game, uh, we are going to have to select cards down here that we want to use during the game. Now, I'm probably not going to select this one because I typically try to pick cards that do match, although if you stack these up, because this one gives this, but there are other cards that might give something else. So let's look through here and see what we got. One of the things to look at the beginning of the game is what are some bonuses. So if we connect to this Metropolis, we get a steel plate, 2 cards, and a credit. If we connect to this Metropolis, we get 2 bioplasm. This one costs more to build, but gives us more production and victory points. This up here is going to give us, at the end of the game, for every special card over here that we played during the game, we'll get 2 points. So we have these 1 and 2 credit special cards that can give various things during the game. And then we have these 3 credit special cards that tend to give end game victory points. Now, it's hard to know exactly which one you go for at the beginning of the game. It's sometimes helpful to know what is there. There's at least 1 building of each type, every 2 kelp, every steel blast, and I guess every bio city. So right now, I have no idea which of these cities I would potentially be getting during the game. The purple biodomes are a little harder to build because you have to have bioplasm to do it. So it takes a bioplasm, a steel plate, and 2 credits. These cities up here take 2 steel plate, a kelp, and 1 credit. So 5 things with a harder to get thing, and these are easier items to get. So that is that. Let's see. I really like this card because it's an automatic steel plate production, and steel plate's a very useful resource, so that's a good one. So this one we can build a farm or a desalination plant for the usual cost and gate a card. It's not bad. This one you can build a farm or a desalination plant on an expansion site and pay the usual cost. I like that because expansion sites you don't normally get to build on. You have to work your way up to it, and so it can be hard. Now this gives us a credit, which is often hard to come by. 1 connected upgraded laboratory, gain 1 steel plate and 1 science. Well, probably not gonna. That's not gonna be terribly helpful for production at the beginning of the day. I think this one's very tempting, but I need production and I'm gonna need credits. So I think I'm gonna go with this one and see how it plays out. So that's going to be our cards we choose at the beginning of the game. And we want to go after these cards. That helps us advance on the Federation track, which will end up giving us money later on. And we could get a yellow card now. So let's do this. Let's get a card. We're going to use this, which is I know is going to give us production during the production phase. And this is not a bad yellow card to get into play. It's an anytime influence. We're going to at least have to build 7 cities if we're going to win. So that's uh, all these and one. So that's several moves up the Federation track we wouldn't have to pay for by getting that into play now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and work toward that. I like, oh, now I have to decide which of these I want. During production, one of your connected laboratories may produce 1 steel plast and 1 kelp instead of 1 science. I really need resources in production. I like that, but it has to be connected. That's tough. I think I'm gonna have to pass on that one so I can get some other things built. So I'm gonna go ahead and collect a few more resources because I can't quite build anything just yet. So we're gonna play that. That cost 1 credit to get into play, but that's gonna, if we get connected over here, that's gonna help our end game points, which is worthwhile. We just used a credit. I'm debating. I need steel plate, but I'm also going to need credits, but I'm going to get a credit from this. So I'm going to go ahead and get steel plate for now. And then for the items I get here, I'll go steel plate again. You need steel plate for tunnels, you need steel plate for cities. So I feel like that's the safer bet. This one we can turn steel plate into bioplasma, which is not bad because that can be used in place of kelp as well. It's a tough choice. And I definitely want to get that out. I think I'm going to go this direction here. Oh. So I can't. Actually, we're going to go back. We're going to go back. We can't because it takes 2 credits to build 2 of these desalination plants. And I don't want to do that and not be able to do the desalination plant. So we really need to get something else built there. The question is what? We don't have any claimed cards. We could do that. Doesn't hurt. But I need another credit to do that thing over there. A tough choice. I think I'm going to go this route and play this card. That's going to give me a move. And then I'm going to build 2 of these guys. But I'm going to build them. Yeah, I'm going to build them here. It's good to have 2 in the same spot because if we can get them upgraded, then we'll be better off. So I like that idea. But that gave me the credits I need to do this other action over here. So I am going to do, I think I'm going to do that. Once per turn, when you upgrade a tunnel, gain 1 steel blast. That's pretty good. I like that card. I think we can use it for this other action later. So I'm going to go with this one. What we want to do is build a farm right there. And then we want to build one of these there and one of these there. We'll get the other farm there. And the goal will be to get all of those upgraded if we can. That would be the ideal thing. But we'll have to see. When we do production, I prefer to get the white ones upgraded or the desalination plants. I like having the farms upgraded, but you get victory points with that, which is nice, but you don't get as much production for the next round because you only get the kelp. So we'll have to see. Oh, that's a nice card. So I really could use a tunnel. Ooh, that's a really good one. I am going to go for that. Let's see. We're going to play this card. We're going to get that card because that gives us a tunnel and a desalination plant for free, which is quite good. Now, we do have to get a credit. That is something else that we have to do. So, one thing at a time. And usually a good way to get credits is to move up this track here. I don't know if I still can. So I like that card. I definitely want that card. Pay 2 credits to build a tunnel, but I don't have a ton of credits. So I'm going to go with those. And let's see if this will give us the credit we want. It did. Okay. That's what I wanted. So that moved me up on this track here, and that helped out quite a bit. And I'm going to need more resources. So what do we have here? Choose one. Your network is now connected. Chosen Metropolis. That's a good card. It might give us some stuff right away that could be helpful. That's a tough one. Could do that. But I need resources to build tunnels, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one. We have to pay 1 to build that. I could go toward the middle. I really want to get that city built so I can get some more items that I need. All right, so we're in the second to last round here before the final round and first production. I don't care as much about that particular one. I do need some credits though, so it might not hurt. What do I have for claimed cards? Turn that into bioplasm. When you upgrade a tunnel, gain a steel plast. Well, that's kind of helpful. We don't need this card, so let's go here and play that, and we will actually do an upgrade to a tunnel because that gives us a steel plast and will allow us to build some things. So that's kind of good. I don't know how that showed up there. Okay, so now we got to decide what we want. We have 1 or 2 science to upgrade 1 or 2 of your structures. That could be very useful. I need some credits. Don't need that. That seems useful. 1 credit to upgrade 1 of your laboratories. That's actually good too. But that upgrades a laboratory. This upgrades anything. So I'm going to go with those 3. And we're going to need science in the next deal. And that gives us a credit to work with. I think I like this one. We'll finish that turn. So now we're in the last round here. Whenever you advance in the third space of the Federation track, gain 1 additional credit. Okay, that's not bad. We need credits. Ugh. I can't build a city without credits. That is a That is going to make it tough. This will get me a credit and resources, and I could use an A card. So that's helpful. That's helpful. So do I get this and get that, or do I get that? That's a tough choice. I do need to build a tunnel, but I will have a credit for it. This gives me a lot of steel plast. So I also need another farm, but I might need the kelp to build. So I'm going to go with this route and this card. I'm going to go ahead and do that for a credit. And that gives me resources. Now we're on to turn 2. So we don't have much left that we can do here. I kind of need a yellow card. Additional credit. Whenever you advance to the third space, gain a credit. It's awfully good. I could build a tunnel. I already have the tunnel. Let's do this action because we need to build this city to get those resources. And that's our. So I think we only have like one more action and we're done. This is not ideal. I really wanted to upgrade, but I don't want to use this and not get the action here. But that gives me an extra credit when I advance to the third space of the deal, and I could also use the extra farms with nothing upgraded. So I think a tunnel doesn't help a ton. A card, maybe a little. Pay 1 or 2 science to upgrade 1 or 2 of your structures. Well, that actually would be good. And if I get that played, I might be able to, because you can only have 4 of these cards, so I'd have to discard one, and I could get what it gives as it's discarded. So, oh, never mind. That would just give me that. That's not gonna, I'm not playing an A card to do it, so it wouldn't make a difference. But it would allow me to upgrade. I just wouldn't have the kelp that I really want. Well, this is a tough choice, but I think I'm going to do this one and build 2 more farms. So let's do, ooh, let's get a farm for this. I thought that was a farm I could build. Do we need the resource? That takes extra. Thought that was going to be a little better. Let's build a farm. Shoot, it's not going to be as good as I wanted. Let's get that one. It gives us a steel plast at least. We'll finish our turn, and we're going to get production. So that was the end of the first production phase. And we have to choose cards. If you have at least 2 connected upgraded desalination plants, gain a card and a point. We don't have upgraded ones. Pay 1 science or 1 credit to upgrade a farm. Science for those things. That's actually not bad because I didn't get a ton of credits. Use the depicted action slot. You can upgrade. That's a good one. I really like that card in particular. During production, each connected city with at least 2 desalination plants produces an extra credit. That's not bad. One science to upgrade 1 of your farms. Well, this could help us. Two connected, upgraded, gain a card and a point. That's a tough one. I'm debating. This is also not bad. I think, well, actually, getting up the Federation track will give us a credit too, and we might need to use that green action. So let's do that. Oh, I forgot that you have to pay kelp for each city you have during production. So I produced 2 kelp and then I had to pay 2 kelp, unfortunately. So you really have to get that kelp production up to be, oh, terribly successful. So do we want to build another city now, or do we want to build some other stuff first and get it going? I like having this one out. That's a science for an upgrade. That's not bad. Yeah, let's do that. Let's finish that turn. Let's do this. I need kelp, but getting an upgrade is good too. Let's get the kelp because we're not going to build any cities without that, so that's helpful. You may use one of your action cards. I like that. One science upgrade 2 of your structures. Huh. Play 1 science and a steel plate to upgrade 2 tunnels. I like that. And let's do that and confirm. And then let's, do we want to do that? Or do we want to do that? Let's build a tunnel so we have 2 to upgrade. Okay. Sorry, I had that brick way. What are we doing here? So I did that, which means I get to use an A card. I think I'm going to upgrade a couple of structures. No, I got to do this first. Let me do that. And then let's upgrade our um, farms so we get a little more kelp action going. And let's build a tunnel. Okay. And then we'll finish turn. Okay. Still want my tunnels to be upgraded. Still want that. Pay 2 credits to immediately perform an action in an available slot. That's pretty good. That's not as helpful. That's probably the best. Okay. So let's do that. And that is probably still going to help us. So let's click that and click that. 2 credits to perform the action in an available slot. What action would be the most useful? That's going to cost 3 credits and a kelp to go there. Not sure if we want to go there yet. It's got to be an available slot. We could do 2 tunnels. That doesn't hurt. We could do an action card and get some resources, which is actually maybe pretty good. Let's do that. Let's do an action card. Let's just get those resources. And then we're going to need kelp. I got lots of steel plate. Let's do science. And apparently we need to do an S card. Let's grab that. Okay. That's good. Finish our turn. build one laboratory or farm at the usual cost. That's not bad. We definitely want that. Upgrading tunnels A card, I think, is still, well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably going to need the resource from an A card. Although building a laboratory or farm is pretty good. What do I want to do? I will go. Oh man, that's tough. You know what? I think I am going to go with that. I'm going to go with it. What do we have over here? Build a tunnel for free and then upgrade it for free. That's awfully good, but it costs 2 credits. We might need resources. We also will probably need farms. I'm going to do this. First, let's do that. It's an irreversible action, so ask, what's this going to give us? This gives us a victory point per production, so it's 2 victory points and a federal. This gives us immediate federal Federation track and a credit. I think that's immediately going to be most helpful. So we're going to do that. And then we are going to draw from the top and see what we get. During production, all of those things. During whenever you connect your network to a metropolis, you gain 2 victory points, 2 points. It's okay. During production, each connected city with at least 2 upgraded farms produces an additional 2 credits and 1 point. Not bad. This is probably the most immediately helpful and the easiest to play. So we're going to grab that. We'll discard that one and finish our turn. And then, do we want 3 cards? I want that. I want that. I kind of want that too. So I'm going to go that route. Let's do this. And do we want another farm? We want to get that out for sure. So let's get that in play. And let's do 3 upgrades. 1, 2, and I'm going to go 3. See if we can get all 3 of these upgraded in a timely manner. Because we are running out of time here. If you have at least 3 connected laboratories, gain a steel plast. That's okay. We could build a laboratory with that, which wouldn't hurt. Do we have enough for a dome? I think we do. So let's do this card. Let's build a dome here. That took a lot of our money away. Let's build one of these. And then let's build one farm here. Okay. That gives us that and finish our turn. We've got some decent production there. Wait, do I have that card that gives me the... Yep, I do. I do. Okay. So I could upgrade, do some more upgrades. Or I could build tunnels, but I only have 1 such tunnel that I can do. Pay a science to build a tunnel. I like that. Get another credit. Hmm. 2 buildings on expansion sites for free. That's awfully good as well. This is a tough choice here because I really need the tunnels. Science and steel class to upgrade 2 tunnels, but I don't have a tunnel created to actually do that. So let's get another tunnel. That creates the science that I just lost. And let's get this tunnel built. And then let's snag a credit there. So we'll probably need that. And that's good. We do have upgraded things here, and we could, and we have two science. Let's upgrade some things to get that. So that gives us a steel blast. And let's upgrade two things here. Um, okay, that's not bad. We should generate some decent production. 4 connected cities, we can build a farm for free. Pay a science, but now we don't have any science. So this is going to be one for next round, possibly. I don't want to do that. I don't have enough for a city. I could move up the Federation track. I don't think I want to do that. I don't really need that A card. I don't have 4 connected cities, but this is going to be my best bet at the moment. And that's not a bad option there. I'm about to go in production. I probably honestly want, oh man, if you have at least 4 connected cities, you can build a farm for free. Well, I will next round, probably, but I don't right now. I don't like using that without needing it. That gives me a kill. Well, yeah, let's go up here. Actually, no. Gives us a kill. That gives us extra cards to choose from. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We have to just get rid of one, so we might as well do that. It gives us a Bioplast. And we'll get a Kelp for that and finish our turn. And that will give us production. And now we have a lot of cards to choose from. So we've got Corruption. We've got Special Delivery, gives us that. We've got a decent number of productions here, but we still need some Kelp. When you build more than one tunnel, you pay nothing for the second one. That's not bad. You may pay 1 science to upgrade one of your laboratories. That's okay. 5 connected desalination plants, and you can build a farm for free. Not bad. The 4 connected cities is still good. The 1 science and a steel blast to upgrade 2 tunnels, still good. Well, I'm going to go with those 3 and see if we can do anything productive with these last few rounds here. Pay nothing for the second one. Do any of our cards build a tunnel? They do not. But we could upgrade 2 tunnels. We could build a city. We're going to have to build a city anyway. So we could use this, build a city. I'm going to build this city because it's the least expensive one. And then we can upgrade 2 tunnels for that. All right. So that's at least something. Pay 1 biomatter to build a farm and then upgrade it. Not bad. It's a green card. But we don't need to move up there. Whenever you build more than 1 tunnel on your turn, you pay nothing for the second one. I like that one. And I like being able to use an A card and build a tunnel, which I'm going to have to do. Okay. So let's do an A card. What do we need here? Upgrade structures, resources. Well, we really need resources. So let's do a tunnel. And that gives us 2 more usable resources. Let's do that. Connect that metropolis. All right. Into the game, you can buy points by spending 1 science and 1 steel blast per point. We need more of those buildings. These, we have 3 upgraded. Not bad. A science and a steel blast. That's pretty. That might be worth playing. Pay 1 biomatter to build a farm and upgrade it. I like this one here. Um, hmm. Let's do this. Let's build a farm here. And let's build, let's build one of these here. And let's build one of those there. Okay. We can build a lot of that. Production, that is going to give us science and steel class, so that's not bad. Um, we need to get 2 tunnels built. I don't need that card. We also need to get cities built. Do I build the city now, or do I get this now? That will give me, I don't want to use my science yet. Let's go for the city. Do that. We'll have some extra cards. We need. Oh, I should have gotten the cards. Each metropolis connected to your network. Don't need that. That'll give us something, and we need. I've got to go. I've got to go here. I have to. So let's go here. Let's get this one, and that'll give us a resource. And then we'll upgrade or get kelp. Let's get kelp. We get 2 cards. And then let's see what we have here. I can build a city with a discount of 1 credit and 1 kelp. That is awesome. If I have at least 1 connected upgraded farm, I gain a kelp and a point. That gives us some resources we really need. That is not as helpful. Didn't get a yellow card that I really needed. That's unfortunate. 1 connected. That gives us a kelp, though. So I'm going to go with that. That was not what I wanted for cards. So that's unfortunate. Um, well, building these 2 plants is helpful. So let's get a city built. That gives us a discount for building it. So we'll just build it for, I'm actually going to build it for 2 bios and do that. And then we're going to get a plant there, and we'll get a plant there. And then we'll finish that up. Finally got a yellow card. If you have at least 3 steel plast, gain a steel plast. Ah, my tunnel card is built on. Drat. And this is the last round, so I'm probably not going to make it. Drat. I can upgrade some things. I absolutely need to build a tunnel, but I don't know that I can. Oh, that's too bad. That is too bad. All right. Um, let's go here. That'll get us a steel blast at least. We can use an A card. Can we do anything with this A card? One or two science to upgrade one or two of our structures. That's not bad. Build a farm and then upgrade it. That's actually pretty good. We should do that. I'll build an upgraded farm. We'll get a kelp and a science, and then see what we get. Okay, that's that. Once per turn, you advance on the Federation track. You get a steel blast and a farm. That's a yellow. Man, I really need that thing. So I'm gonna go this route because we're gonna have to go with what gives us uh, the most production here. So that's what we're gonna do. And I think we're going 3. No way I can get 2 tunnels to build any building on an expansion site. Man, that is too bad. I could not force those 2 tunnels. Oh, I needed an S card that let me build tunnels to do that, and I did not get it. So, last play of the game. What are we gonna do? We can get some resources, gain a kelp and a point, and get up this track here. That's not going to hurt us, but it's not going to help a ton, and it's not going to connect that. But we could upgrade a thing here. Um, let's go that route. Let's go that route, and we will upgrade one desalination plant. We'll do that. Finish turn, and our final score. That wasn't a very good game. Had I connected this up here, I think it would have done reasonably well, maybe 80. But I also needed 2 more cities. So this was not a great game. Um, 67 of 100, so. That's Underwater Cities. It's really fun to play. It's very fast in this mode. So post your comments and thoughts. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you enjoyed the game. This is probably one I'll eventually add to my collection because it's so fun playing here. I'd love to play it in person, and I love the engine building. And until next time, thanks for joining me at Unraveled Game Thoughts.